Antiques Down Under is visiting the Hellenic Museum in Melbourne.
The only museum in Australia dedicated to Greek art, culture and history.
And in this building, it was the former Royal Mint.
But it's been given new life as the Hellenic Museum. Let's go meet CEO and Head of Curation, Sarah Craig.
Sarah, 8,000 years of Greek history.
Gregory, I know. Take this for example.
Who would have worn it?
It would have been worn by somebody with vast sums of money. They were not designed to be day-to-day. In fact, a lot of these were found in burial sites because they were designed particularly to be buried with as a way of showing wealth into the afterlife.
Oh, Sarah, if anything says Greek vessel, it has to be these black figure vases.
I quite agree with you, Claudia. These are extraordinary examples of the craft, and you can see quite clearly the detail that the artist has been able to get in. They're telling stories about mythology, about warfare, about life. So here's a bit of a surprise.
Wow, that's incredible.
So we're in the vault of the former Royal Mint, where they would keep the gold before it was weighed and assayed as it was coming down from the gold fields. And this is where we keep some of our treasures as well. We have some extraordinary 12th century Gospels that are hand illuminated. We've got some flabella, which were originally used to keep flies away from the consecrated blood and body of Christ, but later used in processions with, and some would have huge feathers and be absolutely extraordinary.
Sarah, didn't I see this gold myrtle wreath downstairs in an exhibition space?
You did. In fact, we took it out of the cabinet to place it on this model's head for a special shoot by Bill Henson.
Ah, because they're very, very moody. But I'm surprised to see that an antiquity has been placed on the model's head.
It's very unusual and it's breaking down a whole lot of barriers in museology. However, we did have a conservator out from Athens, especially for this, and there was a moment where I think that she thought she was going to lose her job, but she didn't, so it's all fine. Yeah.
The series of photographs is exquisite. It has Bill Henson's moody quality, but I think they're the lightest Hensons I've ever seen.
Yes, indeed, and it's an unusual subject matter for him, although he is a classicist, so he was deeply passionate about choosing the objects for each of the works.
We're now in the Hellenic Museum's Olympic torch display, and Sarah's going to tell us a little bit about it.
Well, the whole torch race began in '36 in Berlin, and that was the beginning of the lighting of the flame from Olympia and bringing it to the host city, in this case, Berlin.
Which was beginning of Nazism.
That's exactly right.
And that leads us to the next torch.
Well, in '56, in the Melbourne Games, there was a protest against the Nazi origins of the torch race, whereby a group of students painted a chair leg with a plum pudding tin and a pair of underpants inside, set it on fire, and ran it up the stairs and gave it to the mayor in Sydney.
Amazing what you can do with a plum pudding tin, isn't it? We now go to Tokyo, 1964, and this was an infamous Games, wasn't it?
Yet another one full of scandal.
And Dawn Fraser, Australia's famous swimmer. I remember watching her on television winning her gold and silver medals, but she got up to other antics as well, didn't she?
She did indeed. Didn't she steal a flag?
I know, isn't that incredible?
I know.
But typical Australian.
Absolutely.
That's what we're all about, aren't we?
hijinks.
Yeah, we're larrikins. We now go to another well-known Australian Olympics, Sydney 2000.
This is a famous one for all Australians, I suppose, but Kathy Freeman was the hero of the 2000 Games.
Oh, wasn't she magnificent lighting that torch?
It was really extraordinary.
And then won the 400 metres.
It's incredibly important to us at the Hellenic Museum to show why ancient history is still relevant today. And so many of the things in ancient Greece speak to the contemporary, just like the goddess Iris.